What's up everybody, you know the drill. We have 5 stories to go over today of the industry news for VR. We have a headset in major trouble, Valve secrets, things you need to know about OC6 coming up not to miss, a game that just came out for the Oculus Quest, and a game that's on Kickstarter that you also should be paying attention. Leave a like to support the video, share to get the news out there. I'm Eric for President, let's jump into it. Oculus Connect 6 is next week on September 25th and 26th, and there is a lot we know to expect and a lot we hope to be surprised by. If your time is limited like most of us and not sure what to focus on, here are the 2 sessions I am most interested in, and you should be too. On this channel, I have brought up in the past that the Oculus Quest store's walled garden and strong curation where many games get turned down with no apparent reasons, given with notable ones like To The Top. On September 25th from 3:30 to 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, CTO John Carmack of Oculus will be hosting a session in which he will be sitting down with developers and will critique brutally, honestly, and painfully direct what they need to work on. This is the first session like this since the Quest launched, and this will be an amazing opportunity to get inside the minds at Oculus on why some games make it to the Quest store and some do not. Do not miss this one. There will also be Vader Immortal talk on September 25th from 12:30 p.m. to 1:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Vader Immortal is either loved or hated, usually hated on its length, but the game I absolutely loved and the Dojo in-game was a surprise hit. It has been quite a while since episode 1 and I'm hoping episode 2 info including a release date is coming. Let me know in the comments what you are looking forward to from OC6 the most. In a very quick Valve story, both myself and I feel like anyone interested in VR taking steps forward are paying attention to all of Valve's secret projects and hoping to hear info coming. In a recent talk at DigiPen Institute of Technology, Valve VR developer Kerry Davis is quoted as saying, "Dying to share all the exciting things in development at Valve." Although Valve has said they will have a flagship game out by the end of 2019, I was hoping to hear more from this talk, but Kerry squashed that dream, being direct that talk would not have any leaks. What was talked about was doors though, VR doors specifically, and the detail and immersion he is tackling as a case study to create real door physics that mimic the real world. Doors with realistic physics, especially synchronous multiplayer, is extremely hard. This attention to detail, the debate between building a game that simulates reality versus one which simulates the experience of reality, is technically non-news, but I take this as a good omen that Valve understands that small things will add up to a strong VR experience, and at this point, I'm absolutely sold on Valve bringing the next steps to VR. Do not sleep on Valve and what is coming to VR. I recommend to follow Valve VR news over the next month. I expect something to be coming, and here's hoping they crash OC6 with a surprise announcement similar to when they dropped the Index news at F8 earlier this year. The HTC Vive Cosmos went up for pre-orders recently after what I believe to be one of the worst, if not the worst, headset marketing campaign ever done, and will release worldwide on October 3rd this year. I did make a video recommending everyone planning to use this as their daily headset to wait for reviews, and some bad, possibly headset killing news has come out recently. In a direct message screenshot, HTC was asked the estimated battery lifetime of the controllers before batteries needed to be changed. As seen here, it is reported that they have seen over 2 hours of non-stop use before battery replacement is required. They do mention as long as the controllers are not actively used, it will last longer. To make this clear, HTC has made no comment on this to deny or confirm if this is true, and this message comes from an unconfirmed account, so this is not 100% factual and needs to be tested. It does lead to 3 major questions in my head I would like your input on. Number 1, what does non-stop use mean? Does that mean 2 hours worth of buttons and grips being held down? I don't know. Number 2, what does active use actually mean in their response? And number 3, how long does the controller need to be idle to conserve battery? Putting aside rechargeable batteries, you could easily spend a large amount of money on batteries if this is true over a year period on an already expensive headset. We're talking an extra $100 to $300 depending on how much you play. I'll update the pinned comment if I hear any news on this coming. And in gaming news, there is one new game out you need to pay attention to for the Quest and another game announced on Kickstarter to keep tabs on. Released on September 19th for the Oculus Quest comes Wands. Wands have players deck out their own wands with their choice of spells as you duke it out with other spellcasters. This is a multiplayer focused game, although there is a single player survival mode as well. With the game released and one that has been around for quite some time on other platforms, pay attention to reviews on this one. If done right and the player base is strong, being multiplayer focused, I think it will lead to a lot of replayability and something to keep the headset on longer than the average VR game. Wands can be yours now on the Oculus Quest for $19.99. And lastly, we all know Aspire 1 VR Operative is coming out 9/24 and looking like a fantastic VR game. But check out the Kickstarter for Panther VR, which is screaming Aspire 1 vibes. Coming from Wolfdog Interactive, known for both VR Dungeon Knight and Skyworld, Panther VR will be a single-player stealth action game that lets you plan out the heist how you want it to be done. Choose weapons and gadgets and infiltrate the location the way that works best for you. It is pitching a story-based campaign, object-oriented contracts, and randomly generated missions, which seems like a great option for replayability. A stretch goal in Kickstarter may lead to a co-op game mode as well, and I think that's heavily needed for the VR scene. For $18, you get a Steam code when it releases sometime in April 2020 for early access. It will also be available on all major headsets. If Aspire 1 interests you or you enjoy it when it comes out, I would think this Kickstarter should be on your radar and I would advise you to check it out. That's it for today though. Let me know what stories interest you the most in the comments and share with a friend to get this news out there. As always, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss an upload. I'm Eric for President, and I'll see you on the next one, VR Space Cowboys.